Welcome to episode 7, 3 ghost stories of ghosts in Blackpool in the UK. The Foxhall, now something of a tourist trap pub in the centre of the Golden Mile. The Foxhall today couldn't be more different to the site's original 17th century use. At the time of its construction, the area that would become Blackpool was a remote and desolate strip of coastline. This remoteness is thought to be behind the decision of Thomas Tilsley to build his home, a foxhole here, named after a fox that was kept chained up close to the building. The building was littered with secret passages and priest holes, offering a refuge to priests during the turbulent years that followed the English Restoration and the Church of England being restored as a national church. Tilsley was also said to provide lodging for smugglers that operated along the Irish Sea, alongside hosting members of the aristocracy. Today, the original building is long gone, but the site is still said to experience frequent paranormal activity. Staff and patrons alike have reported the numerous ghostly apparitions over the years, with figures resembling the priests, smugglers and aristocrats all being seen. Well, what can you say about that? Just 1 second and we'll get to story 2. Hello, welcome to Beyond the Known World, episode 7. This is story 2, Ghosts in Blackpool. So just 1 second and we'll get to
1. Carlton Cemetery and Crematorium. There are few spots that are as creepy as old cemeteries, and Blackpool's Carlton Cemetery is certainly no exception. There are a number of very well-known people who are buried in Carlton Cemetery, including former Coronation Street actress Violet Carson, band player Reginald Dixon, comedian Jimmy Clitheroe, and football star Stanley Mortensen. However, those are not what or who the cemetery has become known for. The most famous residents of this final resting place are actually the ghosts. One of the most frequently reported apparitions is reported close to the cemetery gates, and is said to be a female entity with a green-colored face. Some have suggested that she is the spirit of a widow who was beaten to death close to the gates. There have also been reports of an old man with sunken eyes, long dark hair, a prominent chin, and a hooked nose standing just outside of the cemetery gates. One of the reports comes from a taxi driver who said that the apparition appeared in front of the cab, causing his terrified passenger to jump out and run away as fast as he was able.
Wow! Well, there you go, that's story 2. Up next, story 3. Well, here we are. This is Beyond the Known World, episode 7. This is story 3, the final story, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So let's get into it.
Blackpool Pleasure Beach is well known for being one of the United Kingdom's most visited attractions. Millions of visitors arrive every year to experience the bright lights, the exciting rides, and the various other attractions that the Pleasure Beach has to offer. However, some visitors are thrill seekers of a very different kind. They are coming here in the hopes that they will have the opportunity to encounter the dead. One of the most famous Blackpool ghosts is Cloggy, who ironically enough is said to haunt the ghost train attraction. He is apparently the spirit of a former train operator who was known for wearing clogs. Visitors and members of staff alike have reported hearing Cloggy walking around the ghost train. Everyone knows that it's him because of the distinctive sound of walking in clogs.
Just 1 second, just 1 second.
However, Cloggy is by no means the only ghost that is said to be hanging around Blackpool Pleasure Beach. There have also been regular sightings of a male figure in the cellar, who is described as looking very much like Karl Marx, the 19th century German philosopher. There have also been reports of shadow people moving around the entire area, and of a female apparition walking through the wall of one of the bars. It is also common for pictures to move on the walls, lights to be switched on or off, and for a lady singing to be heard when nobody is around. Recently, there have also been sightings of a young girl of around 9 years of age appearing and disappearing in Sir Hiram Maxim's gift shop, and she is often held responsible for objects mysteriously being moved around the shop. The ice skating rink at Blackpool Pleasure Beach is also particularly haunted. Staff often hear the sound of someone ice skating on the rink when nobody is there, and they also report equipment and lighting being shut off and tools moving on their own. Doors will regularly slam shut with no explanation, and staff will often feel a very uncomfortable presence near them that makes them feel very uneasy.
Well, there you go. That's this episode of James Higgins Beyond the Known World, episode 7, over and done with. Episode 8 will be out in 2 weeks. So, thank you very much.